Hello everyone, today I am going to show you guys how to make your own homemade pizza. This is the most best food you can have ever. Since of the pandemic, I cannot really go to the pizza place that much, so this is like a gift for me like right now. So now I will show you the ingredients that you will need. You will need active dry yeast. You need 2 teaspoons of this. 1 teaspoon of sugar, because this is like food for the yeast, because the yeast is alive, by the way. The sugar acts like the food for the yeast. You'll also need 7 cups of flour, and you need 2 half cups of water and some mozzarella cheese just for the toppings for our pizza. Oh, and also extra virgin olive oil for just a little hint of taste. Okay, so now let's bloom our yeast. Blooming is literally just like revive the yeast, because now it's still like not alive yet. So you want to put its food, which is sugar, put in it in the water. Just put it in there, and then you don't need to stir it because you don't really need it. And then just pour in the yeast. Then for like another few minutes, you will start to see like little bubbles on top of the yeast, on top of the surface of the water. Yep, there you go. You see that? You kind of start to see it over here. Start to see like that texture. When the yeast is blooming, let's move on to our flour. So I'm using 7 cups. I know 7 cups sounds very like overkill, but you need that. 7 cups of flour. And I am going to put salt in the flour other than just instead of putting into the yeast, because salt is like can kill or like slow down the production of yeast. So I'm just gonna put the salt into our flour. I'm going to mix it a little bit. Oh, okay, no. I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Make sure it's extra virgin, because extra virgin olive oil has like more taste than the basic olive oil. I'm going to put 6 tablespoons. And so now when it's all in there, let's put in our yeast. Let's just pour in gently. Don't pour it too much because you don't want it to splatter everywhere. You can start to see that it will become a dough consistency. Just keep mixing it until there's no more like leftover flour. So when you have mixed all the flour, there's no like leftover flour inside of the bowl, you can flour your board. Work super fast because you don't want that to stick. So just sprinkle it on the board. Okay, now let's get this out. Seems to stick a little bit, but that's fine. Sprinkle some onto the dough itself so your hand won't stick, and just start kneading it. If it's sticking more, just put more flour. So at the end of the day, your dough should be springy. It shouldn't stick to your hand anymore. I washed my hands, by the way, that's why it's clean now. So to test if it's really ready, you can just poke it. You see how it springs back? Yeah, if it springs back, it's ready. So just keep on rolling it more to make sure. Yeah, there you go. So now it's time to rise. So you have to like form the dough into like the ball. You kind of want to put it like that. Put it like that. If it's sticking, just put more flour. Just like pull the dough into itself. And then when it's all ready, you can flip it upside down. So just keep on putting it together, working it. Just do a bunch of stuff on it, and then just flip it over, and you can have this very smooth top. Just take your pinkies underneath and then twist it a little bit. Take it out so it won't stick. So now it's time to rise. I want to make sure it won't stick to the bowl. So just put a little bit of olive oil. Just like put your hands in there, just put it in there. And then just put your dough inside of that. And then it's time to rise. Put a towel over it. And then it will rise, and just keep it for 1 hour. So it's been an hour. The dough has been rising for a while now. Let's see. Oh my god. Look at it. It was like tiny. It was just like half of the bowl before. Now it was this. That's the magical thing about yeast. So now we have to work the dough again. It has like there's a lot of like uneven spots in the dough, so you have to work it again. So just like last time, just keep on doing that. Remember to flour your board, or else you will have sticky boards and hands. So like last time, just like roll it onto itself. So I have formed it into a ball because you want to cut it into 4. This dough will make 4 good-sized pizzas. This is gigantic. Okay, it is now formed. Let's cut the dough. Okay, so I have cut it into 4 different pieces, and each piece will make 1 pizza. Just divide them. So now let's have its final rise. This one is not gonna be an hour. I mean, some recipes call for the second rise. They call for like an hour, but I don't want to wait anymore. I just want to eat it. So let's let it rise for 45 minutes. So our pizza dough has doubled in size again. So when it is at its second rise, it will be a little bit softer than usual. So just, there's a lot of gas in there, so just like release the gas out. So now you can shape your dough into a flat circle. You can use your hand to flatten out the dough, and you can also use a rolling pin. But remember that a rolling pin can break those bubbles that you have created into your dough. Yeah, and I'm making a barbecue pizza with ham, bell pepper, pineapple, and some cheese. Of course, the cheese and the sauce. Just scatter the toppings around onto the dough with the sauce on, and remember to put the cheese last, because the cheese can like bind everything together, so it will be in one. And I also put some barbecue sauce just for another flavor. You can also do it without, but I just like it that way too. Okay, so this is the finished barbecue pizza. It is really cooked. The outside is not really crispy, but that's okay. All it matters is in the inside. So now I'm gonna cut in and eat it. Okay, I have sliced the pizza already, so I'm going to call a taste tester over here. Okay, I'm gonna give her 1 slice. It's a very small slice, so I'm going to pick it up like that. Okay, there we go. Okay. This is really good. This is my first time making pizza, by the way, and it's worth it for the energy. It took a lot of time though. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.